Okay, so first of all, thanks for joining the class. So we are going to cover EWM, Extended Warehouse Management, which is the advanced version of our existing warehouse management. So the area means the business where we have the complex warehouse operation, there we use Extended Warehouse Management because it is having some additional features compared to existing WM system. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Let me know. Can anyone confirm whether my screen is visible?
Yeah, yeah. It is
You can
visible.
see that. Okay. I'd shared the first chapter with Jyotish and Shoda, both of you. Okay. So I'm going through the first chapter. So before understanding EWM, we need to know the organization structure. I believe that you all knows about the company code, plant and storage location, right? Company code, plant and storage location concept is clear, or I need to repeat it once again?
It's clear.
Clear, na? So company code
Yes.
is a legal entity which is responsible to provide the profit loss and balance sheet statement. And plant is the place where materials are valuated. So if anyone asks you what is the definition of plant, you should say that plant is a place where materials are valuated. Okay. A plant can be a warehouse or it can be a manufacturing unit or any distribution center. Okay. Distribution center means where there is no valuation, no value add is happened. Okay, the way it comes into the warehouse, the same way it distributed to the customer or another warehouse. Manufacturing unit means what? Where we do some modification of the raw materials or semi-finished item and produce the finished item where we add value. Okay, in the manufacturing unit. So this is a model plant. Here you can see, okay, vehicles are coming in. There is an entry gate. There is a checking counter where checking, loading, weight, everything happens. And then it moves into the near to the door area from where the goods are received, either received or issued. So we create two kinds of door. One is indoor, another one is outdoor. So outdoor is used for goods issue purpose and indoor is used for goods receipt purpose, but we have the option where same door can be used for both the inward or outward, both the direction. That is also possible. Okay. And the place which is outside of the plant is called the yard. The place which is outside of the plant is called yard. Okay. Now under, if I go inside the plant, we have different storage location, right? This is the standard organization structure. Under company code, we have plant, and under plant we can have multiple storage location. Okay, now concept will begin from storage location. Storage location is the place where we manage the stock at quantity basis, not value basis. So in warehouse, inside the warehouse, there is nothing related to the value, more related with the quantity. So here we can see under a plant, I can have multiple storage location. Okay. And now if business wants that, okay, I want to keep two storage location with only inventory management, which means bin level stock tracking is not required. In that case, simple module implementation is good enough. Okay. But if the business decide that, okay, I want to track the individual product into the bin, then we need to define the warehouse. So if you have gone to the warehouse, you must have seen that product are kept into the shelf. So the smallest unit where we keep the product is called the bin. Okay, this is a three-dimensional area. So warehouse, when we define a warehouse in ERP system or S/4HANA system, we combined plant with storage location. So the formula is plant plus storage location equal to warehouse. Okay, this is the takeaway.
Sir, I have a question here.
Yes, yes. Tell me, Shurab.
Like, can we assign one two or more storage location in a warehouse in a one storage location?
To one warehouse can be assigned to one storage location. One warehouse can be assigned to two storage location, which means by combining two storage location, you can define a single warehouse.
Oh, okay,
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 both
okay.
are
That
possible.
means
Single and multiple,
okay,
both are possible.
okay, okay.
Okay, so just remember, I will keep on telling you the concept. So focus on the concept. First concept that we have got is plant plus storage location equal to warehouse. plant plus storage location is equal to warehouse. Here you can see I have defined a warehouse code which is 3 digit. Let me zoom it little bit. You can see it properly. Okay. So here in this configuration screenshot, you can see that we have defined a warehouse code. Remember, in ERP system or S/4HANA system, warehouse code is 3 digit, 3 character. Okay, in normal warehouse management. But in even if you implement extended warehouse management, you must define a warehouse in ERP. Okay, which is 3 character. This is mandatory. Okay. Now this warehouse you need to connect with the storage location. Here you can see that showed up that for this plant, see here you can see one plant, two different storage location, two different warehouse. This is possible. And again, if I want to combine these two storage location inside a single warehouse, you can put the same warehouse number again, E00, E00. Both are
Okay,
possible.
so can you assign two plant to a single warehouse?
Yes, two plant single warehouse. In this way, see, look at this. This plant is having 3 storage location. This plant is having 1 storage location. So you can consider this storage location and this storage location and create a warehouse. That is also possible. Cross plant
Oh, okay.
warehouse. Okay, cross plant warehouse. That is
Sir, I have
also
one
possible.
question here. But here is a three storage location, right? So location 1, 2, and 3. And here is a different plan, there is a one storage location. So the three storage location and there is a one storage location. The
Hmm.
four storage location, can we make it one warehouse? It
Yes,
is not
yes.
possible, right?
Yes. Possible is possible. 3 storage location from this plant and 1 storage location from other plant can also be possible to define inside a warehouse. Okay. And then the thing is that when you are moving the stock within the storage location under the same plant, it will be treated as a posting change. It will be treated as a posting change. Whereas when you move the stock from this storage location to another plant storage location, that will be treated as a stock transfer. Okay, STO. So goods issue process from this plant, goods receive process from receiving plant. Okay, although it is in the inside the same warehouse. But to make it simple, we generally define SAP recommend that under a plan, at least choose two warehouse, two storage location and define a warehouse. Okay, one is receiving on dock, another one is sale location. That I am going to explain in the next sheet. Okay. So technically, if in the interview, if anyone asks you the question, can I take single storage location and define a warehouse? Answer is yes. Can I take multiple storage location of a plant and define a warehouse? Answer is yes. Can I take storage location of two different plants and define a warehouse? Answer is yes. Okay, now here we can see that plant and storage location combination, we have defined the warehouse number. Okay. This is in ERP. Remember, this is the integration between MM and warehouse management. Now look at what is the model warehouse, EWM warehouse. A model EWM warehouse depicts like this. Here is a plant, and under a plant, we consider two storage location. One is receiving at dock location, which is called ROD, receiving on dock. Another storage location is AFS, available for sale. And by combining these two storage location, we define the warehouse, 3 character warehouse in ERP system. And then this 3 character warehouse is connected with 4 character warehouse of EWM system. In EWM system, warehouse is 4 digit. SCM system. Okay, warehouse is 4 digit. Why this connection? Because when you do the inventory management at storage location, you create a inbound delivery. Okay, so under the inbound delivery, if you go to the shipping tab, you'll see the warehouse number field is having 3 character. Okay, so that delivery is getting distributed to the EWM system to start the process. So in EWM system, starting step is inbound delivery or outbound delivery. Remember this. The starting step of EWM system is either inbound delivery or outbound delivery. You must need a inbound delivery or outbound delivery to start the
So
warehouse process.
Okay, so sir, I have a doubt here. Like, when you receive the goods from some supplier, then the warehouse process will start after receiving the goods, right?
You will receive the goods at, always you have to receive the goods at dock location. Okay, when you implement the warehouse management EWM, then first you have
Okay.
to raise a purchase order, means purchase requisition, then purchase order, then
Mm-hmm.
inbound delivery, goods received. This is the process.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
the goods receipt process will happen in EWM system. So what you will do against the purchase order, you will just create the inbound delivery. Leave it. Only inbound delivery. Once the inbound delivery is created, it will replicate it to EWM system. In the EWM system, with reference to that inbound delivery, you will post a goods receipt. There is a tab called goods receipt where you have to click. The moment you click the goods receipt, what will happen? It will update the stock in your ERP system. Okay, at storage location, this storage location, receiving dock storage location. So this storage location means stock is has not yet been put into the bin. It is just received from the vendor. I have received the vendor and I kept into my staging area. I have not yet put into the actual bin. Okay, I just received. I will do some
Okay.
quality check or verification, then I will put into the exact bin. When we'll move the stock into the warehouse from the staging area to the actual bin, the moment you will confirm the warehouse task, okay, it will move the stock from storage location dock to storage location AFS, available for sale. I'll repeat this again. When we'll do the inbound process, repeat it again. For the timing, just remember that we need to create two storage location. We need to combine these two storage location into a warehouse, three character warehouse in ERP system, and then connect this warehouse with the EWM warehouse number, which is four character. Just remember this structure as of now.
Sir, my side one question.
Yes,
So
sure.
the staging area is inside the plant or outside the plant, sir?
Staging area is inside the warehouse. Inside the warehouse
Inside.
means inside the plant.
Okay, okay.
Inside the
Because
warehouse means,
normally,
see,
Mhm.
your storage location, under storage location, you have warehouse, right? And under warehouse,
Sir,
you have staging area. So always staging area is within storage location, within the plant.
okay,
Well,
okay.
I'll show you the picture, you'll understand better.
I think there is a picture where you can
There is a
understand
picture.
it.
I'm going to explain that. Okay. Now, the think about the
Staging area is
situation.
like a GR zone, right, sir?
Huh?
Staging area is like a GR zone, right?
Staging area not only GR zone, but also it can be a GI zone, goods issue zone, goods receipt zone. Okay, where the work center kind of stocks work center can also be a staging area where you can stage the product before production line. You have to put the product into staging area. It is a interim place. Remember, it is a interim place between door to actual bin. There are somewhere some place I am keeping the stock for some purpose, either for quality check or for adding some value. Okay, value added service. So in between, when we keep something in between, then it is called a staging area. There is a picture I'm going to explain. So in EWM, what is the length of the warehouse number? Four character. Okay.
Fourth character, yeah.
In ERP, it was three character. If you have already worked in warehouse management, old warehouse management system, must have seen that warehouse code is three characters. This is a model warehouse. Okay. Let me shift it this here and here. Okay. You can see it clearly, right? Yeah.
It's clear, it is clear. No issues.
Clear, na?
Yes.
So here, Shantu, you just asked that what is the staging area? You look at here. Staging area, this is the place. Okay. Suppose there is a inbound dock where vehicle is getting unloaded. Vehicle comes in from the vendor and it is getting unloaded. After unloading, I'm keeping the stock somewhere, right? After unloading, I am keeping the stock somewhere. This is called staging area. This area is called staging area. And after that, what I will do? Some forklift will come, some people will come, they will take the box and they will see the transfer order. In old warehouse version, it is called transfer order, means from the transfer requirement, we create the transfer order where it is written that from staging area means from GR zone where I need to keep. So similarly, in EWM system creates a warehouse task and corresponding warehouse order. Warehouse task and warehouse order. In the warehouse order, we have the source and destination location. Source is the staging area or GR zone. Destination area is your actual bin where we need to keep the stock. So this is the staging area. And this rack are actual standard storage area where actually we are keeping the stock. These are the actual staging area. Some packaging area are also there where we'll do some packing activity. For example, some small box are there. I need to put it inside a big box. Okay. Packing, unpacking area is called the packing area. Then we have GI zone. GI zone is also called the shipping area, from where goods will be loaded into the truck to send it to either another plant or to the customer. This is the outbound dock.
So, sir, that means staging area is GR and packaging area is the GI, right?
Now, this shipping area is the GI.
Sorry,
Shipping area
shipping area
is
is
GI.
GI.
Shipping area is GI. And this staging area, shipping area is also a staging area. Both all are staging area where we stage the item before doing something. It can be a GR zone, it can be a GI zone. Okay.
GI zone. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So in extended warehouse management, three major activity happens. One is inbound activity where we receive the item. One is outbound activity, means outbound process where goods issue happened. And another one is internal movement of goods. Can anyone give me one example? What is internal movement of goods?
It is kind of
Well,
movement from one bin to another bin or kind of thing.
Yes, it is one example that we can move the stock from one bin to another bin. Okay, anything else?
one plant to another plant, we are moving the material.
Huh? From
One plant to another plant.
one plant to another plant, কি করে, how it can be a internal movement? When you are moving the
Uh,
stock
So
from one plant to another plant, one
storage one
plant will do
storage type
outbound,
to
another
another
plant will
storage
do.
type.
Ah,
another storage.
if I change the stock type, for example, it is in block stock, I want to take it back to the unrestricted stock. Okay. Or suppose some stock is in unrestricted stock and I want to do some quality verification. Then I need to move to quality stock. So those type of movement are internal movement. Replenishment. For
Yes.
example, here, suppose all the picking happen from this storage type, for example. Now, whenever replenishment happen, whenever the stock goes below certain level, I need to replenish this bin, this rack from some buffer area. For example, this orange line is my buffer zone where many products are there. And I generally pick it from this picking area. So whenever the stock goes below to the certain level, automatically on warehouse tasks will get triggered, which will ask the user to pick the stock from buffer zone, this orange line, to this picking area. That is also a kind of internal movement. So
So
MRP process.
normally in the
Mhm. Yes.
you can say normally here internal transfer will be bin to bin and then from one storage type to another storage type also we
Yes,
can
yes,
transfer,
yes.
right?
That is internal,
Okay.
right? Bin to bin,
Okay.
it can be. So this process is done using a ad hoc movement, ad hoc product and ad hoc HU. So there are two transaction code, add prod and add HU. Add HU is to
Okay.
move the handling unit, means box, from one bin to another bin. And add prod means to move individual product, one quantity, five quantity, six quantity, to one bin to another bin internally. So there is a chapter where we'll show the internal stock movement, both for product for as well as for the handling unit. What is handling unit? Handling unit is nothing but a packaging material, and inside the packaging material we have some main product. So main product plus packaging material is equal to my handling unit, for which we generate a barcode and paste it over the box. You must have seen that over the box there is a barcode, right? So how it comes? Barcode is nothing but the combination of the packaging material and the main material. Suppose in a box, okay, there is a carton. Okay, in the carton you have put 5 box of soap. Okay, so that 5 box of soap are the main material. Five soap, and the box, the packaging material. When you pack it, then you need to put some label. So you need to take the printout of handling unit. Now, most of the time we will be doing either inbound process or outbound or internal. So three important transaction code to be used very frequently, 70 to 80% time you will be using this transaction code. One is PRDI. PRDI is for inbound, /n/SCW. This is a common prefix that always you have to give whenever you log into the SCM system, means EWM system. Always you need to type this transaction code, this prefix /n/SCW. So need not to remember it. Okay, need not
Sir,
to
for
remember.
all the transaction, we need to
Most of the 80-90% transaction code you have to put
CW.
SCW. But in normal ERP, what you have seen, suppose you are creating a vendor payment, okay, so F-53, for example, you need not to put any kind of prefix. Suppose you are doing some MIGO
Yeah.
transaction, MIGO, you need not to put any prefix. But in case of EWM, you have to always put a prefix /n/SCW. So I'll give you the list of transaction code which will be used frequently. Maximum 10 to 15 transaction code, if you can remember, that is good enough for your day-to-day support, rollout, and basic implementation. Now for outbound, similarly, we have another transaction code which is PRDO /n/SCWM PRDO. Okay, PRDI for inbound and PRDO for outbound. So tell me some example of the outbound process that you have already means worked on. Satish, you tell me first.
Yeah, outbound process, for example, with
With
respect to
louder.
PO, okay.
Hmm?
My voice is clear, right?
Yeah. Speak little louder.
Okay. So
Hmm?
normally we have done outbound process. Suppose you are ordering the uh, materials to particular vendor, okay, with respect to
Hmm?
PO. So then we are doing that outbound delivery, okay. So after that outbound delivery, picking inside. That is actually with respect to inbound process, it will come. Normally for outbound process, um, from the from our side, we are issuing the goods to customer side.
So goods sending goods to customer is the outbound process against the sales order, right? That is one process.
Yeah.
Okay. And another outbound process.
Another outbound process, suppose you are issuing the goods to, for example, from one plant to another plant.
Okay. So stock transfer. Stock transfer,
Stock
we use the
transfer,
outbound process
inter
first from
STO
the
process.
supplying
Yeah,
plant. Okay.
yeah,
Another
inter
outbound
STO
process.
process. Another outbound process, suppose you are issuing the goods to production.
Goods issue to production. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
So normally these are the things
goods
we
issue to
majorly
cost center.
use.
Have you used goods issue to cost center when you consume the product?
Yeah. Goods issue to cost center, we can use that.
Okay, suppose some goods are damaged. You cannot use it, neither
Okay.
sell it nor use it. So what you will do?
We have to return the goods to that vendor. For that also,
So
we can
that
use
is also a outbound
goods.
process, return to vendor. Scrapping
Yeah,
the product, that is also a outbound process. Okay,
correct.
whenever stock are going out, it's a outbound process. And inbound
Okay.
process, uh, Saurabh, tell some inbound process.
When you receive the new goods, I mean raw material or something,
Hmm.
to our plants
Okay, from the vendor.
from vendor, yeah.
Okay. So what other way you can receive the material apart from vendor? Is there any other way from where we can receive the material into our plant?
We can receive the material from, I mean, from the different plant to one plant to another plant.
Another plant, which is stock transfer receipt.
Stock, yeah,
Yeah.
stock
That is
transfer.
a process. And
Yeah.
anything else?
Sometimes a
Well,
customer is returning the material, we are receiving the material from the
You
customer
sold the
side.
customer, but due to some defect or warranty, within warranty something got damaged or you have sent a defective product, so customer might return you. So when customer is returning with respect to us, it's a receipt process. That is a inbound process. And another important inbound process is initial stock upload. Whenever we are migrating from old system to new system, we do the initial stock upload, correct? MV1C transaction or LSMW. So then we
The
upload the
moment
stock.
it is 30, yeah.
Yes. So these are all the inbound process and outbound process. In internal process, we have already discussed. Now the third important transaction is monitor transaction. Why this is important? Because this will give you a bird's eye view. This is a report. Okay. In EWM, we using a single transaction code, we can see each and every warehouse activity. Just remember one transaction code /n/scwm mon. When you go into this transaction, then always select your warehouse number. Specifically, there is a icon where you need to click and select your warehouse. We'll show you in the system later. Okay, first two, three class will be theoretical session. Okay, so both Satish and Saurabh, first two, three session will be theoretical. Okay, then we'll gradually
okay.
move into the process, configuration and process. So monitoring transaction is for to see all the warehouse activity. For example, how many inbound deliveries are created but warehouse tasks has not yet been created. How many warehouse tasks created for which still execution not started. How many warehouse tasks confirmed. How many goods issue happened. How many goods received happened. Total how many internal movement happened. Which resource has done which activity. Okay, what are all the pending warehouse order that we need to finish? Okay, so all those activity can be seen using a single transaction code. What is the bin stock? Okay, that also we can see. What is the inventory status? Now we'll see a little difference between WM and EWM. In EWM, as for EWM, apart from GUI, we have a SAP Fiori option. Warehouse number 3 character in WM, but 4 character in EWM. Storage section, I will explain. Ignore that for the moment. Storage type, these are all the structural element. Under warehouse, we have a warehouse structure. Okay. So under warehouse, the segregation is storage type. Under a warehouse, we can, like under plant, we can have multiple storage locations. So similarly, under a warehouse, we can have different storage type, high rack storage type, fixed minute storage type.
Sir,
Storage
uh,
type means the segregation inside the warehouse. If we have a big warehouse,
sir, what is a storage section? It is not mandatory in S4HANA.
storage section means under a storage type, you can have multiple storage section. For example, suppose you went to a shopping mall. Okay. Now
Okay.
consider the kids wear section, gents wear section, ladies wear section. These three sections considered as a different storage type. Okay. Now if you go to the for example storage type you is kids wear. So under kids wear, suppose there are some segregation. One is the ladies, one is the
Yeah.
one is the boy, one is girl. Okay. So that too you can consider as two different section. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
So first is under warehouse we have storage type. Under storage type we have storage section. So now in S4
Section.
HANA, storage section is not required directly under storage type. You can create the storage bin. Storage bin is the smallest unit where you can keep the stock.
Okay.
I'll show you this part. I will explain again in a picture. Handling unit management activity at storage location level, activity allowed in the same type and bin level. Storage bin 10 character. Here it is 18 character, which means you have a longer range. Means if using 10 character, how many combinations are possible? So in using 18 character, more combination are possible. Storage bin is nothing but the smallest unit. A unique identifier is required. For example, which is the row, aisle, and the bay, and the height and the depth. These three-dimensional uh, nomenclature you can follow in the bin. Unique bin number not required, but here unique bin number required as per HANA. Dynamic bin. What is dynamic bin? Satish, you have worked in normal warehouse management system. Tell me what is dynamic bin?
I didn't work actually
See,
warehouse
I'll tell
management,
you.
but
Whenever you are doing a goods receipt, automatically purchase order number itself be a bin number, source bin number. You must have noticed that
okay,
in transfer requirement, if you open a transfer requirement, you will see that your purchase order number itself considered as a bin, source bin. Okay.
okay,
So dynamic, this is called dynamic bin. But in EWM, that is not required because inside the configuration already will define the GR zone. Okay, when you will define the movement type, inside the movement type, there is the option to put the dynamic bin, which is GR zone. Always for goods received, we maintain a fixed bin, which is GR-zone, and for goods issue, we maintain a fixed bin, not dynamic bin, rather fixed bin, which is GI underscore zone. This point number 8 we'll discuss in the goods receipt section. When you'll do the inbound process, you will see that source bin and destination bin, and in that scenario, I'll show you what is the fixed bin that has been picked up for goods movement from GR zone to the actual bin. One fixed bin by material, multiple fixed bin by material. Multiple fixed bin means one material can have multiple fixed bin. Okay. Earlier we had one material, individual material wise a bin location is there. So you can put one material in a fixed bin. But multiple fixed bin functionality was not there in normal warehouse. But here one material I can use in multiple fixed bin. Business partner. This is a big chapter, na big thing. Like earlier we had a normal vendor master and the customer master. Now both are combined into a business partner with the transaction code BP. So if you have already worked in S/4HANA system, you know that how to create a business partner. So first we
yeah,
go to BP transaction and create a business partner using the general role. And after that, I have a different role against which I need to extend the business partner. For example, this is a supplier. A business partner I have created, and this is a supplier. So I need to extend the supplier role, which is FLVN01. Okay, for purchasing view, and FLVN00 for finance view. So when you create a vendor master, you have three different view, right? General view, accounting view, and purchasing view. So similarly, same process is there, but here in the business partner, we have a role system. Okay, so when you are extending a view, it is nothing but a role. So you have to select the role link against a business partner. Okay, I'll show you quickly how to create a business partner. Business partner. This is a small blog. Business partner. What is business partner? A business partner can be a person, organization, or group. Generally, in SAP terminology, it is your customer or vendor. Okay. So XK01, MK01, these transaction code are obsolete. So now you have to create in S/4HANA, you have to create a business partner using T code BP. Okay. So if this connection disconnected, okay, you just rejoin the meeting because there is a limit, time limit. Okay. Now you have to go to BP, general data, click on organization.